position are and go against the Constitution, which is the supreme law of the land. The preamble of the Constitution states at Section A, a society of free men and free institutions is what we want to create here in Trinidad and Tobago. But yet the PNM has started to change this, especially in this version of the PNM, to take control where the ministers control the TTRA, the Revenue Authority, appoint the board, appoint the investigator general, appoint all the directors general. They are putting doctors on boards and influencing independent institutions through promotion and profit based on appointments to executive positions. We saw in the economic zones that they were in interest of the power of the minister, whatever minister is in charge, to determine conditions for businesses. In the NAPA and SAPA corporate bodies, even Senator Vera had to talk about the control.
Senator Roberts, please. You are embarking on debates that have been concluded, and you're also you're not linking anything that you're saying. You're speaking very generally, and you're not linking anything to the two notices that Senator Mark has sought to annul.
The two notices that Senator Mark wants annulled, it is the position of the United National Congress that these are ultra vires, that these go against the Constitution, that they should be annulled and rejected because they infringe upon the rights of the people of Trinidad and Tobago through their incongruous nature to the Constitution. I have just shown by Section A of the Constitution and now by Section B of the preamble, which states there should be opportunity for advancement on the basis of merit, ability, and integrity. Merit and ability. We are seeing that in these two legal notices, one, merit of all citizens who were not in the institution of the police have been negated, and they will not be due for selection as contract workers. People on contract would not be considered for the substantive job nor to act. And that eliminates a lot of qualified citizens in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, which before these notices could have applied. Secondly, the amendment, legal notice 278, removes seniority. And seniority is in its essence a merit-based system, because coming through the ranks, one receives promotion because of performance, discipline, hard work, and ability. To remove seniority in legal notice 278 goes against Section B of the preamble of the Constitution. And this was used to thwart a merit list simply because the member or the leader of the executive arm of the government, where we operate in a democracy, where there is separation of powers, lost confidence in our human being. Ability matters not to the PNM. Simply look at the PNM cabinet. Scholarships have been made, turned and transformed into bursaries. Scholarships are based on merit. Bursaries are based on subjective processes and decisions. Financial institutions in Trinidad and Tobago with long-standing track records lose tender after tender under this PNM government.
Senator Roberts, you were on the right track and now you've gone off again. So I would ask you to get back on the track. Okay?
Thank you, Madam. I'm showing that merit is part and forms part of the Constitution of Trinidad and Tobago, as it's in the preamble and throughout. And that this government, in its decisions, not only in legal notice 277 and amended 278, but in other decisions has shown that their track record is to remove merit and create a different system of political control throughout, through their policies, through their practices, through contractors who are subcontracted to build central blocks at the hospital in Port of Spain, and the contract has collapsed because of that, and it goes on and on. Merit is a very important part of Trinidad and Tobago, and merit should form a part of all of us who are here. I could remember in 1988, for example, I was playing national under-19 football training, and they were selecting the team and cutting it down to 18. Some members of that team were Dwight York, Colvin Hutchinson, Kona Hislop, coming down the line. I was unable to make the final 18, so I decided to go back into swimming. I got into the pool and I trained, and I made the national team for the Carifta Championships in Jamaica. I had beaten, by the date of selection on merit, a young man named Lawrence Albada. And so I was selected for the national team. 10 days later, the National Short Course Championships, Lawrence Albada beat me to a pulp, coming and going in every race. But yet the national team, they said, had been selected. I went to the president of the association and I said, on merit, Lawrence Albada needs to wear the red, white, and black. I am taking myself off of the team to make a space available for him. That is how important merit is. So if we have a merit list that citizens have gone through a process, and the merit list is duly authorized and approved by a majority of the Police Service Commission, and therefore alive, well, and legal, for an executive, for a government to intervene through a legal notice to impact the merit.
Senator Roberts, you are not dealing with the legal notices that are the subject of the motion. That you're not. And I will ask you, please, I don't know how many times I've asked you, but I will ask you, please, to be relevant to legal notice 277 and 278.
Legal notice 277 removes a section of the population from applying to and receiving a job of high merit, a job that one has to work for their entire career. Legal notice 278 clearly removes the process and principle of seniority, which is merit, to ensure that people who may have earned an opportunity to perform a duty in this country are not allowed so to do. I am saying that legal notice 277 and 278 go against the Constitution of Trinidad and Tobago, as I just quoted from the section which stated, and I quote, there should be opportunity for advancement on the basis of merit, ability, and integrity. I proffer that merit, ability, and integrity are espoused in the principle of seniority, and therefore legal notice 278 goes against the Constitution of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. We have seen it in this government. In our history, we have had attorneys general of great ilk, great silk, brilliance: Carl Hudson Phillips, Anthony Smart, Russell Martino, Keith Sobian, Ramesh Maraj, Sir Ellis Clark, Selwyn Richardson, Anthony Smart, Anand Ramlogan. And now we are forced here with an attorney general who cannot spell blanchishers and prints and drafts laws, brings them to the parliament, thwarts the Constitution.
Point of order, 46-4. Senator Roberts, I uphold the standing order. I uphold the objection. I will ask you, please, this matter that is before us is not about the Attorney General. So I will ask you, please, in your last few minutes, to come to the matter at hand, come back to it.
Thank you very much. This matter at hand is about merit, and the current Attorney General does not merit the position. What is wrong
Senator Roberts, I will ask you, please, to withdraw that statement.
I withdraw Madam President. What is wrong with merit? Why so much energy and effort? Why so much thought and parliamentary gymnastics with regards to the appointment of a commissioner of police? Section C of the preamble continues, all persons may, to our constitution, of which these two legal notices are starkly in opposition to the principles.
Senator Roberts, you have 5 more minutes.
Thank you. The spirit and the concept of our Republican Constitution. The preamble, section C, says all persons may, to the extent of their capacity, play some part in the institutions of the national life and thus develop and maintain due respect for lawfully constituted authority. When one plays games and shenanigans in the process of selection and removes merit and removes seniority and creates a situation where political interference leads to the selection of the leadership of the police force, the police service, one would understand that the population will lose confidence in such a service. That is why this process was created, to be independent. The Independent Police Service Commission, and what has occurred over the last 3 months has left the population aghast and without trust in the leadership of the police service. A pristine process brings trust. A tainted process engenders disrespect. And it is our position that Legal Notice 277 and Legal Notice 278 taint the independent process of the selection of a commissioner of police. Policing requires community policing. It requires citizens to come forward with trust. But when people feel that there is political interference in the police service will suffer. Section 2 of this Constitution is the supreme law of the land, and any other law that is inconsistent with this Constitution is void. To the extent of the inconsistency, based on all antecedents bringing us to this stage today, I proffer that Legal Notice 277 is void. Amended Legal Notice 278 is void. The collapse and subsequent rapid replacement of the Police Service Commission is void. The rejection of a properly, legally constituted and approved merit list is void. The current leadership, which owes its elevation to the compromise nutrition of the poison tree from the rancid root, manifested in the hardened heart of a lost, confused and dangerous dictator, is void. The PNM is void. The PNM must go, and that is mandatory. I leave you with this critical question. What would be so urgent, so important, or critical to make a prime minister, a cabinet, and or 2 attorneys general, substantive and acting, flout existing laws, the Constitution, the principle of separation of powers, the principles of fairness, merit, and propriety in this blatant, glaring manner, knowing full well that the population is watching, listening, discerning, and understanding exactly what is being perpetrated by this dictatorial, oppressive PNM government, and that they have responded politically in Tobago
Madam President,
already.
46.4 and 46.6, please, on a point of order.
Senator Roberts, once again, I uphold the objection. You have 2 more minutes.
Thank you, Madam President. The people of Tobago have already spoken, and the people shall similarly respond in Trinidad when given the opportunity so to do. Why would a government take such a risk to interfere in an independent process? Why does a government need to control the police? Why would a government require a Legal Notice 277 and 278 to prevent someone from attaining a job that they duly deserve so to be based on the merit list? Why? I ask why. And I leave it for the population to answer that question. Thank you, Madam President.
Minister of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries.
Madam